There were many reactions to Snoop Dogg performing at the Crypto Ball, an event that was put together honoring Donald John Trump. The organizers call him America's first crypto president.
The us that I think about is a group of people who have a specific politic which addresses problems that Blackness presents in America, right? It's a group of people that addresses issues that Black people and other disenfranchised, marginalized people care about. That's the us that I'm talking about. And that is not all of us. It's not. And particularly hip hop has a problem with us. Hip hop has long wanted to be part of a club that doesn't have anything to do with solidarity, community, doesn't have anything to do with sharing. It's a club that pledges allegiance, in my opinion, to the oldest and most enduring tenets of American existence, which are power, money, and whiteness. And when you look at how capitalism has been worshipped in hip hop, when you look at how individualism, domination have been worshipped in hip hop, when you look at how subjugation of opponents, the lack of sharing, the lack of solidarity has been worshipped in hip hop, to me, that indicates a very specific club that people want to be like.
Van Lathan, a true gem, spoke out on what he saw and shares a very unique perspective that I wish you to open your mind to.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass is gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom for doing it. Which one of you is gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
There are a plethora of videos Snoop put up in the past talking bad about Trump. So to see this 180 is quite shocking to many.
When you think about why you're disappointed, don't think about being disappointed as a Black person. Be thinking about disappointed as a person who believes in freedom, bodily autonomy, the upward mobility of Black people, the end to white nationalist rhetoric and policy in American politics and government, and other things like that. And that's a betrayal from Snoop. There's no way to couch it. There's no way to obfuscate, or that's a betrayal by him. He got something out of it.
Yeah.
What you're gonna get is the empowerment of people who don't give a what happens to you.
All valid points by Lathan. There's more.
I just want to say this real quick, man, on the political shit. All you people for the federal government that not getting paid right now, ain't no way in the world y'all can vote for Donald Trump when he come back up again. If y'all do vote for him, y'all some stupid mother. I'm saying that to y'all early. All you federal government people that's not being paid, that's being treated unfairly right now, not being paid, that's so terrible. And this punk motherfucker don't care. So I'm saying that to say this. When it get back on and y'all get your jobs back and it's time to vote, don't vote for that. Please don't. Look what he do.
As stated previously, a plethora of clips from Snoop going after Trump. Nonetheless,
what I've decided to do was stop wearing my disagreements or the actions of one or two Black people in order for them to be indicative. I'm not going to use what Snoop or Nelly did and I'm not going to extract a we out of that. I'm not going to, there's no we. Obviously there's no we. I'm not going to extract a we out of that. There's no we. They did that, and that's their new set of priorities, or maybe it's always been their set of priorities. God bless. Obviously, it's a new set of priorities for Snoop. So it's not gonna be we. It's gonna be what they did, whatever. And I'm going to look at it in how it reflects the way I look at the world. And particularly with Snoop Dogg, who I thought that he was, and not necessarily who I thought that he was, I don't know Snoop, but who he said that he was. And maybe if there's been new information that he's gotten, he'll share it with everyone.
It's quite obvious to sense the sheer disappointment, but we go further.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted. I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist. I get it. He did say, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create
I know where you're going.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years. That had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part, that said that the crime bill played a huge part. He didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do? I'm trying to think. The white supremacist. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it. Okay. He did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, okay, is he written to him now? So nobody's allowed to change.
This entire rant would also draw a reaction out of Lathan.
I'm just going to give a couple of things to Nelly that make me not want Donald Trump to be president in terms of how it affects black people. In 2020, Trump reversed the affirmatively furthering fair housing rule, where the Obama administration had actually put protections in for fair housing to affect black people. Trump also in 2020 directed the federal government to discontinue anti-bias and racial sensitivity training for their employees. A memo for the Office of Management and Budget says that Trump has instructed him to cancel further what he calls divisive anti-American propaganda. So if you talk about bias and diversity, it's anti-American. Trump will eliminate, he says, funding for any school. This is now. Any school that promotes racial equity or confronts the reality of racism in the nation's history. He has even vowed to direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against any school, once again, that promotes racial equity or confronts the reality of racism in the country. Trump has also, for all our brothers that grow up in the neighborhoods, promised immunity for police officers accused of police brutality. Also, environmental justice. We've talked about this before. The Justice 40 initiative, which was a Biden executive order that aimed to direct 40% of climate investments to underserved black communities, Trump has dismissed it, said it's a woke overreach, gonna get rid of it. Under the MAGA wing, Black history is under attack. According to Future Ed, 47 bills have been introduced by MAGA Republicans in 23 state legislatures, including Alabama, Arizona, Idaho, Iowa, New Hampshire, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, and Utah, all aimed at eliminating certain types of curriculum which study and deepen the understanding of the Black experience in America. Last thing, in the Trump era, white nationalist hate groups have grown by 55%. That's according to the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Not gonna lie, Van is cooking here. To see more and hear more, check out Higher Learning with Van and Rachel Lindsay on YouTube, their podcast on Spotify, Instagram for more content, and of course, TikTok while, it's still here.